unmuting. Let's go ahead and boop. All right. So between games in the rotation, I'm gonna do a stream of like any kind of one-shot game, and tonight I decided to do some Clue. Also, hey there, Sky in the chat. Let's see. Let's. Hmm?
I said, I am tired after all that.
Man, you're always eepy.
I just talked for 3 hours straight.
Fair enough. Let's see. Oh, that's right. I forgot that I have, like, the full pass, and I never did get to buy it. I have the full pass in my, wish list. I never did get it. Alright, let's see. So, I only have these 6. Dr. Orchid, Mrs. Peacock, Miss Scarlet, Professor Plum, who looks like, I want to say David Tennant. Like David Tennant could kind of pull that off. Mr. Green, who kind of he kind of looks like he's got that Johnny Cage vibe there.
Old or young?
Young. And then there's Colonel Mustard with that fabulous mustache.
Just gonna say I make muster.
That kind of.
Look, I'm tired.
Fair enough. Alright, let's start with a simple game and just have, like, 2 opponents.
If you want me to stop being Eepy Dragon, well, you know how to fix that.
Alright, so. Who killed Dr. Black? To win the game, you must find out who killed Dr. Black, with what weapon, and where. So for those who don't know, this is a game of deduction. Everybody is given a certain group of cards. Meanwhile, 1 card from each category, suspects, rooms, and weapons, will be put into the envelope. And the game is to deduce which cards are in that envelope. I'm going first. Okay, let's see. Hup. I've got 6. Okay. So I'm starting from the center. If I remember right, in the original board game, the manner was structured a little different. You actually had specific starting points for each character. Let's see. I think I'll go ahead to the library. Oh, wait, nope.
Oh, this is so good.
Okay, so as you've noticed, because I have the cards in my hand, those options are automatically eliminated. So I have 3 suspects, myself, Professor Plum, and Mr. Green. So all the male suspects are eliminated. Let's see. Then there's the wrench as far as weapons, and for the rooms, it's billiard room and the lounge. Orchid rolled a 9. Orchid suggests it was Colonel Mustard with a wrench in the lounge. I have all 3 of those, so... Twas not me. There was this one version of the game where they had this really cool thing where they didn't just, like, visualize it here. They actually had, like, animated cutscenes depending on what you were suggesting. So, like, you would actually see a cutscene of how it was a dark and stormy night and Colonel Mustard shoots you in the ballroom with the revolver. Things like that. Alright. Whenever another player makes a suggestion involving your character, you are moved to the room in question. So I was moved to the lounge.
Oh, my baby boy. Look at my Lance.
So
My Lance is such a sweet boy. Look at him. His blinky eyes. He's a baby. Yeah.
let's see. How about the conservatory? By way of the secret staircase. Okay. I suggest Dr. Orchid with the rope in the conservatory. Dr. Orchid has... Okay, she has her card, so... She disproves that she is the suspect. End turn. The billiard room, huh? Well...
Oh my god, this battery's full. Wonderful.
I will disprove that it was Mr. Green.
Mr. Green is Mr. Clean.
Alright.
You didn't even notice that pun.
No, I noticed. Okay, Miss Scarlet is suggesting Mr. Green with the dagger in the dining room. To which I will say, Mr. Green is not the suspect.
Yeah, Mr. Green is Mr. Clean.
Alright, let's see. Okay, so... So you know how in Among Us they have that trick self-reporting?
Yeah, I know.
Well, there's a trick I've done once or twice where you go to a room that you already have the card for, but you suggest, like, somebody else did it, and then you see how they respond. So, Miss Peacock with the revolver in the billiard room. Since I already have the billiard room card, that narrows down some of the info. Okay, so... Neither of them have Miss Peacock or the revolver. Interesting. So... all that's left is to figure out which room it is. Ooh, 12. And she's gone all the way to the kitchen.
Okay.
I can disprove it was the wrench. And if neither I nor Miss Scarlet can prove that it wasn't in the kitchen, I just need to make my way over there. Alright, let's see. So, 7. At this rate, I just need to make my way over to the kitchen, and I actually may win. Or I could be gutsy and make my final accusation now. Screw it. Alright, so... the suspect. Miss Peacock. The weapon. Revolver. And here's where the gamble is. The room. The kitchen. Suspect. Weapon. Room. Solve the crime. Alright. Main menu. And that took only about, like, 12 minutes or so? Let's try again. This time, let's add a couple more. Let's add a Mr. Green. Let's have Orchid and Scarlet be medium difficulty as well, and let's go. If I do ever get, like, a big fuck-off mansion, I would want secret passages and all that.
God, no, let's not ever get a mansion.
Let's see. Mr. Green is starting. Goes right to the ballroom. Suggests it was Mrs. Peacock with the wrench in the ballroom.
Even if we become billionaires, let's not get a fucking mansion. That's way too much work.
Yeah, no. If I ever did become a billionaire, I would want to just get an apartment and use the rest of the money for, like, everything else.
Get like a, I would say at most, a 2-bedroom house.
Yeah. Let's see. Okay, so I've got 3 weapons and 2 rooms, no suspects. So I am not the guy to talk to for disproving a suspect. Okay.
Turn the second bedroom of the house into like a fucking gaming room. That'd be fun.
That would be fun. Seven. I can reach every room in the house except the conservatory. Let's see.
Which do you want?
I will head to the study. Now let's see. I will suspect Professor Plum with the lead pipe in the study. I can at least narrow down the suspects this way because I have lead pipe and study. Okay, so Orchid disproves that it was Professor Plum. And Dr. Orchid heads to the dining room. Miss Peacock with the wrench in the dining room. The library. Alright, Mr. Green. And before anyone asks, it's not like Monopoly where there's like a special house rule if you roll doubles or whatever. That doesn't exist here. Alright. $11. I can make my way over to the lounge. Let's see. Mr. Green with the lead pipe in the lounge. So she can disprove that it is Mr. Green. Alright, so Mr. Green is cleared and Professor Plum is cleared. Miss Scarlet with the wrench in the lounge. Okay.
Oh God, Lance. Oh.
Kitty fart.
He pooped. I can smell it from the kitchen table.
Miss Scarlet suggesting it was Miss Peacock with the wrench in the lounge.
That's the poop. The stinky poops, mister.
Yeah, that's just any cat. Alright. Miss Peacock with the wrench in the dining room. That's what Mr. Green is suggesting. Okay. I'll head over to the conservatory by way of secret passage.
Why you burping?
They seem to really be keen on Miss Peacock with the wrench, so let's see what's being disproven there. Miss Peacock is disproved by Dr. Orchid, which would mean that the wrench is disproven by Mr. Green. Wait, no. Somebody... Huh? Or no, maybe Dr. Orchid also has the wrench? No. I could have sworn the last couple of times that Miss Peacock with the wrench was suggested that Mr. Green suggested a card in the lounge, which is the card I have. So that would only leave the wrench. Huh. Okay, so... the 3 cool colors have been eliminated. In the dining
Why are
room.
you such a stinky butt? Man, why are you so stinky? You're
Alright,
smelly.
let's see.
You're very smelly.
Miss Scarlet's heading to the dining room.
I would ask what Lance eats to make them smell so bad, but like I know what he eats because I'm the one who feeds him.
I was going to say. Alright.
Regrettably, I know exactly what goes into that gut to make it smell so fucking bad. Incredibly, I don't have any other options.
Alright, let's see. 7. So I can go to either back to the lounge, to the billiard room, or to the ballroom. I'll go back to the lounge. Is this going to be a case where my own character is the guilty party? Let's find out. Okay, I've got the lead pipe, I've got the lounge, so it's a matter of... oh, jeez. It looks like... it looks like my character is the suspect.
Well, time to accuse yourself.
Well, not yet. I've sussed out the suspect. Now it's just a matter of... let's see. Now it's just a matter of figuring out the room and the weapon.
I still remember when John did that Hail Mary, accusing himself, and he was right on all of them.
Yep.
I think I did it, and then you see him arresting himself.
Okay. Continue. Alright, next is Mr. Green.
Mr. Green.
Let's see, so I've got the lounge and the study. That doesn't give me much in terms of what room happened. But half of the weapons are eliminated, so I've got an advantage there. Nine. Let me see about the hall. Let's see. Let's just play along there. Okay. Right. Yep. Nope.
I gotta rub my
Yeah, I'm gonna have to start, like, accusing myself if I wanted to get any information on the weapon or the room. There we go. In the dining room. I can disprove the lead pipe. Mr. Green to the ballroom. Alright, my turn. Five. Let's see about the library. Okay, so... let's see, what were the ones that I already have? Candlestick, lead pipe, and revolver. So let's try with the rope. Alright, what can Mr. Green
If you
disprove?
would do it with the rope, people would fucking know.
And that
There's
seems...
only so many ways you can kill someone with a rope.
And that seems to be what Mr. Green is disproving, because he had the rope card. Okay, so... no rope. Okay, and Mr. Green is disproving that. Okay. In the study. And I believe that was Mr. Green disproving... oh, wait, no. Dr. Orchid had the peacock card. That would have to be Mr. Green disproving it was the rope. Because I'm the one that has the study. Alright. In the dining room, Miss Scarlet with the wrench in the dining room. Huh. The one I haven't seen anybody suggest is the dagger. Let's try the ballroom. And let's suggest me with the dagger in the ballroom. Okay, so it wasn't in the ballroom. But it is possible I did it with the dagger.
It is cozy. It is blue. It is a baby.
I have the lead pipe, so it would have to be either Professor Plum or the hall that Miss Scarlet just disproved.
It is a baby.
Mrs. Peacock in the wrench in the. All right, let's see. Oh, it seems Mr. Green's catching on to my strategy.
He is now accusing you.
No, he's self-accusing. Or, well, suggesting. Alright, how about... Where else would you go to get a knife but the kitchen? Okay, so Scarlet disproves that it was in the kitchen. I would have to go to another room. But I got some info on the dagger, at least.
Stabby, stabby.
I can disprove that it was the lead pipe. Dr. Actually, hold on. Scarlet was the one that disproved that it was in the kitchen. Oh, right. Dr. Orchid, I think, was the one that would disprove it was Mr. Green. So, okay. I will have to see. Okay, so I am Colonel Mustard. I've deduced that I'm the culprit. I have the study card. So I can go to the study by way of that secret passage and then see if I can deduce whether or not it was the dagger or the wrench. And in order to do that, I would need Miss Scarlet to disprove that it was the dagger, since we can't find a mustard card, and I have the study card. She cannot disprove it. So it is me with the dagger.
It was me! I all along!
So now it's just a matter of finding the right room. Miss Peacock with the dagger in the kitchen. Nope. I think that's Miss Scarlet disproving that it was in the kitchen. Oh, Dr. Orchid is making the accusation that it was me with the dagger in the dining room. She got it. Bad.
I always knew you would be caught by a pretty face. Didn't think it would be in this way.
Alright. I think I'm gonna keep
Well,
going.
okay, a face prettier than mine, because I know you'll argue that mine is pretty.
Let's see. Uh,
I don't hear you denying shit.
can't really.
You're blind, but you ain't denying shit.
Let's see. So I've got the base skins. I like that they had the classic Professor Plum actually look kind of like Einstein. Like complete with the white hair and the mustache.
Guns.
Meanwhile, Colonel Mustard just looks like a mustached Michael Caine. Like, I'm half expecting him to reference the Italian Job and say, "You were only supposed to blow the bloody doors off."
Oh my god, Remy.
What? The Italian Job? It's a classic movie. Let's see. I like the Internationals, Mrs. White, because, I mean, she got a little puppy dog in her hand. She got a teacup pup. If it wasn't for all her hair being white, she would look kind of like Cruella de Vil, now that I see it.
Cruella de Vil. Cruella de Vil.
If she doesn't scare you, no evil thing will. Madame Rose, and of course she's a fortune teller. Somebody's played Street Fighter.
Oh, she doesn't look like a Kiza.
No. There actually is a Street Fighter character named Rose, and she is.
I was making a joke that Akiza from Yu-Gi-Oh! Anime is the Black Rose.
Oh, right.
Mistress Rose. Like, oh, that doesn't look like Akiza.
Monsieur Brunette, and he just straight up looks like Majima. He's even got the eye patch.
Great.
Prince
What do I have the hots for?
Prince Azure, which I'm gonna say, love that outfit. Oh,
Is that so looks like my thoughts are just, man.
and then there's Inspector Gray.
Agent.
Everything else about it looks good, but that beard is killing it. Like, that beard does not fit with the rest.
Oh, are you saying that someone shouldn't have a beard?
No, I'm saying the style of the beard just does not fit. It's too curly and tangly compared to everything else being all sleek.
It sounds not like you're saying that you shouldn't have that beard, love. Beards are amazing. Just look at your beard.
No. I get it. I'm saying that this style of beard doesn't fit the rest.
I suppose. Perhaps.
Let's see.
Perhaps.
Okay, the Hollywood skins are pretty good. This version of Plum just looks kind of like Eddie Murphy.
God damn, he kind of does.
Let's see. Murder Express, which I guess was on the old, I think that's on the train stage, yeah.
Like you, he has a dragon for a wife.
Let's see. Ah, I see. It seems for the Murder Express ones, Scarlet, Peacock, and White had their roles shuffled. Alright, let's try again. And this time, I think we'll go ahead and go with the full set. Oh yeah, earlier we were talking about how we wouldn't be getting a mansion if we suddenly became billionaires. I also wouldn't want the big ass fuck off garden because goddamn the maintenance on that thing.
I mean, I would want a garden, but I would not want a big one.
All right, Doctor.
Unless someone's coming in to help me maintain that shit.
Hiring a gardener,
You
I
know
can understand, but with a big ass garden, nah.
you know for a fact the garden would be one of my domains.
Yeah. All right.
Not the one doing green thumb.
Okay, so something about Scarlet in the lead pipe with, in the ballroom with the lead pipe. Something about that was disproven. All right, let's see. I can disprove that I was in the conservatory or the library. I can disprove that I was the suspect. So, okay. Alright. Mr. Green disproved something about Professor Plum with the wrench in the ballroom. And Miss Scarlet disproved something about Peacock with the wrench in the ballroom. So it's either it wasn't the wrench or it wasn't in the ballroom. That we can confirm.
Belly itches.
Let's see. I can disprove that it was in the conservatory. If I roll high enough, I can maybe go to the ballroom and see if I can disprove whether the murder happened there. Rolled a 6. I can make it to the ballroom. What are the cards that I have? I only have the card that disproves I was not the suspect. So I'll go ahead and do that. Everybody seemed to be interested in the wrench, so I'll go ahead and switch to the lead pipe. Orchid disproves the lead pipe. Okay. And I would have disproved the conservatory, so that would have to be either Dr. Orchid or the rope that was disproved by Scarlet. I should probably take some of the extra notes. Alright. I can disprove that it was in the conservatory. But that doesn't quite rule out that Miss Peacock was the suspect. Okay. Okay, so Miss Peacock probably has it so that... Okay, she doesn't have... She doesn't have her suspect card or the rope card, so that would mean she likely has the dining room card.
Steve cat. That's rotten cat.
Alright. Miss Peacock heading to the kitchen. Miss Scarlet likely...
Every time. Remember you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. You robot for a second there, but you're back now.
Let's see. Plum suggests...
You really gotta stop trying to become what you love, dear.
God damn it. Okay, so... Okay, so by process of elimination, that would likely mean that Miss Scarlet has the Peacock card. Alright, my turn. Okay, let's head over to the kitchen. Let's try suggesting myself with the rope in the kitchen.
Rope is pretty suggestive, yes.
Okay, so rope is eliminated.
I reached at the time where my window jokes are just ignored.
No, I kind of just scoffed at it.
I'll slow down, don't worry.
Okay. So, Miss Scarlet would have either Professor Plum card, the wrench, or the lounge. Billiard room. Okay. Huh. Interesting move, Miss Scarlet. Okay, so... Professor Plum would not be able to disprove the rope. And he could not have been able to disprove Miss Peacock, so that means that card he just revealed to Mr. Green was the lounge, so it would disprove that it happened there. Let's see. Suggesting Professor Plum with the revolver in the lounge. Professor Plum would have had to have confirmed that it did not happen in the lounge.
It did.
Let's see. Miss Peacock with the rope in the dining room. Miss Scarlet can disprove that it was the rope. Let's see.
Over there, Lance.
Let me try the ballroom. Okay, so me, the wrench in the ballroom. That would have to be the wrench. Yes, okay.
Oh, you've been on a killing spree, huh, love?
No. I have the card that would disprove me as the subject. That's the trick.
Ah.
Alright, let's see. Peacock, Wrench, Hall. I don't have anything on the Hall, so...
You doing anything after this stream, by the way, love?
I didn't have anything in mind, but after the stream would probably be, quiet hours, so... Let's see. Professor Plum with the rope in the study. The one that Miss Peacock disprove would have to be the study. Professor Plum with the rope in the conservatory. I can disprove that it happened in the conservatory. Miss Scarlet can disprove that it happened with a rope. Still no confirmation on whether or not it was Professor Plum who committed the crime.
Oh, my leg.
Okay, so... I can disprove it happened in the library. Don't have anything on the candlestick, the dagger, or the revolver. And I don't have anything on Mr. Green.
Is Mr. Green once again Mr. Clean?
That's what I want to find out. Let's see. Rolled a 3, so can't quite go anywhere to make my suggestion.
Love. It's a crying shame.
I'm probably gonna get dragged to one of the other rooms anyway. Orchid suggests it was Mr. Green with the revolver in the dining room. That was Miss Peacock. She would have to have disproved that it was the dining room. That still brings the question of the revolver. And of Mr. Green. Miss Scarlet's going to the kitchen. Miss Peacock with the revolver in the kitchen. So that would mean Mr. Green has the kitchen card. Alright, Mr. Green going to the hall. Professor Plum would have to have the hall card. So that just leaves the ballroom and the billiard room. Professor Plum with the wrench in the hall. Yep, nope. Okay. In the study. They are really going on to... Okay, so... Mrs. Peacock has been eliminated as a suspect. So that means it could only be either... Actually, wait, no. I'd have to see if Dr. Orchid can disprove... I would have to see if anybody can disprove Dr. Orchid as a suspect.
Oh, some mic quality change.
Oh, god damn it.
And now it's back.
Alright, let's see... Billiard room. Okay, let's try Dr. Orchid with a dagger in the billiard room. Okay, so Dr. Orchid is not the suspect. That could only leave Miss Scarlet, Mr. Green, and possibly Professor Plum. As for the weapon, still nothing on the dagger. Alright, let's see. Miss Scarlet heading to the study. Okay, let's see. I wonder if Miss Scarlet's pulling that trick where she actually has the card for Professor Plum, but she's suggesting it to narrow down her suggestion. Let's see. So, Miss Peacock would have to have the revolver card. That just leaves the candlestick and the dagger. Okay. Or actually, wait. I'm an idiot. That would mean that nobody has the Mrs. Peacock card, so she is the suspect. Okay, and let's see. The wrench was eliminated. That still doesn't eliminate the billiard room. Let's see. I can head back to the ballroom. Let's see. It would have to be Miss Peacock with either the candlestick or the dagger. It's a ballroom, so it would only make sense to be the candlestick. Let's suggest that.
Yes, let us.
Okay, Mr. Green disproved that it was the candlestick. But that still doesn't disprove that the ballroom wasn't where the murder happened. The hall. Professor Plum has a card disproving that location. Miss Scarlet's heading back to the library. I can disprove it was in the library. Okay, so now... if I could head back to the billiard room... I guess... okay, so Miss Scarlet would likely have the robe, so Miss Scarlet's not the most reliable here. Miss Peacock goes to the ballroom. She suggests Professor Plum with the dagger. At this point, it's pretty likely that Miss Scarlet has... no. At this point, it's pretty likely Miss Scarlet has the Professor Plum card. Although the dagger card might also be... Dr. Orchid can disprove the lead pipe. I need some way to get Mr. Green to confirm or deny that it happened in the ballroom. Or I could just go to, let's see. Professor Plum can disprove it happened in the hall. So if I go to the hall and suggest... Okay, so it's... by process of elimination, the weapon is the dagger. So... I just need to head to the billiard room. I think I've got this. Okay, so... Mrs. Peacock with the dagger in the billiard room. I've got it. No one has the cards, they must all be involved. No one has these cards, they must all be involved in the murder. You are ready to make the final accusation. And I shall do just that. Alright. I have deduced, and I accuse Mrs. Peacock. You used a dagger to murder Dr. Black in the billiard room. His luck really was behind the 8-ball.
Ugh. Love.
Come on.
That's not even really a joke.
It is. You never heard of the phrase behind the 8-ball?
No.
It's an actual phrase.
What is it now, love?
Yeah. When you're behind the 8-ball, that means you're having a stroke of bad luck. Hey, Sky. You're... Alright,
This guy, help settle an argument, is behind the 8-ball a fucking... It is a fucking me saying, what?
Yes, that's what I'm telling. That was what I was telling you. Alright.
Oh, that's ridiculous.
Think of it in terms of pool, how bad luck you would have, how much bad luck you would have to have the cue ball lined up behind the 8-ball.
I guess.
That's where the saying comes from. Okay, so I can disprove it was Miss Scarlet and Mr. Green. Oh, hey, I'm starting. And I can disprove that it happened in the ballroom. Oh, I only got 2. You know what? I can at least use this to deduce the weapon.
No! No!
What?
Let me check memes and shit posting.
Oh, no.
No!
Oh, nope, I've heard about those. That's a thing.
No! No! No!
Brain rot's getting a little excessive there.
I hate.
And I thought it was bad enough with that one kid a couple months ago. I think I told you about that one kid that I actually, delivered a pizza to, and he literally said to me, "Have a skibbity day."
Oh god.
Yeah, no, I died a little inside then. Okay, so I can disprove it was the ballroom, but I can't... But Orchid, noticeably, did not say anything about Professor Plum or the rope. Mr. Green suggests it was Professor Plum with the rope in the ballroom. I can disprove that. Alright, let's see. Miss Peacock. Let's see what she does. Wait, what? Yeah, no, that actually happened in one of my deliveries.
I remember that.
The kid couldn't have been any older than, 12, 13, but still, it made me cringe.
I guess you should give a part of you that cringes, not the part that is cringe, but in that case... The part of you that cringes, in that case, is right.
There are some times where the part that cringes is justified.
Very justified.
Alright, let's see. I will head into the ballroom. And let's see. It would be so funny if I deduced what the weapon is first try. Okay, so I have Miss Scarlet and Mr. Green, so... let's see about the... lead pipe. Mr. Plum can disprove it was the lead pipe. Alright. Okay. Okay, so... Da-da-da. Mr. Green is heading to the dining room.
Stretch my legs.
Alright, Mrs. Peacock is also heading to the dining room. Everyone's heading to the dining room.
I mean, it's where all the food is. Yeah, blame them.
Okay, so that would mean Professor Plum likely has the Miss Peacock card because he wouldn't have the rope or the dining room. Okay, so Dr. Orchid has either Plum, Revolver, or the Lounge. Three. Man, the rolls are just not giving me any chance.
Oh, are you saying the game might be cheating?
No, no. It could just be RNG being a bitch.
Perish the thought.
Smartass.
You know you love me.
I mean, I do, but smartass. Let's see.
You put a ring on, motherfucker. You clearly like me being a smartass.
Okay, the only other... okay, Mr. Green suggests it was Miss Peacock with the rope in the kitchen.
How many times has Mr. Green got me Mr. Clean? Goddamn. Gotta get dirty at some point.
Well, not this time, because I have both him and Miss Scarlet to disprove, so...
I can see, because I'm confused.
yeah. It's almost as if I brought it up so that I could point it out. Smartass. Okay.
Okay. Sucks for that
Uh,
guy.
well. Do, do, do. Okay. There we go.
Excuse me.
Let's see. Miss Scarlet. I don't have anything on the revolver in the ballroom. Okay. So the murder weapon was the revolver.
Well, that's good to know at least.
So now it's just a matter of finding out the culprit and the location of the murder. Okay, that could only mean that would only mean Miss Peacock has the card for the conservatory. Alright, Miss Scarlet says in the ballroom. I can disprove either that it was Miss Scarlet or that it was in the ballroom.
Oh, did my Switch die? Yes, it. No, it didn't. I was like, oh, did my Switch die while I wasn't looking? No, it's at 70.
Alright, Mr. Green suggests it was Mr. Green with the rope in the hall. Miss Peacock can't disprove that it. Miss Peacock can't disprove it was the rope, which would mean that she would have to have disproved that it took place in the hall. Currently talking to Dice. Tell him I said hi.
Oh, hi, Dice.
Well, no, Sky is talking to Dice.
Yeah, tell him I said hi too.
Ah, yep. Let's see. Miss Scarlet with the rope in the kitchen. Professor Plum would have to disprove that it happened in the kitchen. Plum suggests it was Miss Scarlet with a rope in the billiard room. I can disprove that it was Miss Scarlet that did it. Okay, let's see. So, let's see if it actually happened in the billiard room. We've deduced that the murder weapon was the revolver, but I can disprove that it wasn't Miss Scarlet. Do you need to hydrate? I have a drink. Okay, that disproves that it took place in the billiard room.
But is your drink water, Remy?
Water is an ingredient. Do it.
Remy.
I could be drinking nothing but water, and that could be the same thing. Okay.
What are you drinking?
Root beer.
Soda again?
Yeah, I had root beer left over from the other day.
Are you going to have a glass of water?
Yes.
Too?
Yes.
Thank you.
All right.
To live a long life.
Okay, let's see. I am going to want to head over to the library. See if I can deduce... Let's see. See if I can... disprove whether or not...
You can deduce Lance's meow?
Okay, Mrs. Peacock suggested Miss Scarlet with a wrench in the dining room. That can't be right.
One more granola bar.
Professor Plum suggests it was Miss Peacock with a wrench in the library. So Miss Scarlet would have to have disproved that it was either the wrench or that it took place in the library. Because Professor Plum would have already disproved that Miss Peacock was the culprit. Okay, I guess my turn to head to the library. Alright, let me see about... Miss Scarlet with the revolver in the library. Miss Scarlet can disprove that it happened in the library. Okay. The only thing Dr. Orchid could have disproved was that Miss Peacock did it. Alright. Miss Peacock would have disproved that it happened in the hall. I would have to go to either the lounge or the study, because I find it very unlikely that it happened in the dining room, unless Dr. Orchid can prove it. Calling it now, Plum Candlestick Dining Room? We'll see. Actually, no. I've already deduced that the murder weapon was the revolver. It's just a matter of finding out the suspect and the location. I can disprove both that it was Mr. Green and that it was in the ballroom. Okay, Plum Revolver Dining Room. So he says. Alright,
I'm not saying that because it's Waluigi.
So, given that I'm the guy in yellow with the mustache, does that make me Wario? Rah! Get me some garlic!
Well, you're way more handsome than Wario.
Let's see. The study is closer, so let's go ahead there.
You denying that you're more handsome than Wario?
I mean, it'd be kinda hard to deny that. Would that make Plum Waluigi? It would make Plum Waluigi, down to his gangly figure. Okay, let's see. Scarlet with the revolver in the study. Okay, so Mr. Green can disprove that it happened in the study. So that just leaves a high chance of it being in the lounge, but still a chance of it being in the dining room. At that
Blue sky, man! Moving right! Fire on the next Dragon Ball Z! I find it funny if he is.
Well, I would need a setup to have Dr. Orchid disprove that it was Professor Plum. So, let's see. I guess as long as I don't pick the lounge or the dining room, I could just pick Professor Plum and the revolver and see how Dr. Orchid reacts. Also, this game is $15 on Steam. Yeah, I believe it is, if I remember right. But they also have like a pass where you can get like all the other skins for the characters and the boards.
Alright. Oh, by the way, Sky, I have a new suggestion. A new game to throw into the lot for the next poll. If it can't be Ni no Kuni, my suggestion will be. What's the name again?
Okay, let's see. Professor Plum's turn. He makes it to the ballroom. I can disprove that it happened in the ballroom. I can also disprove that it was Miss Green.
Shit, I have already forgotten the name.
Yeah. Sky says, "Speak up, I can't hear you from down here."
Dude! I am not that short!
I don't know, with all the times you keep calling me and Sky trees.
Because you are! You're taller than average! You, Remy, are taller than average! I'm average!
Let's see, I already...
I mentioned you are tall!
Alright, let's see, 9, okay. I'm just short of the lounge.
Alright, Rune Factory.
Okay. So, I can... Okay, yeah, I can just... I can go for the library, and I can suggest Professor Plum with the revolver in the library.
Sorry.
Dr. Orchid can disprove that it was Professor Plum, so that means it would be either me or her.
I need to look up if this is PC game.
So now I just need to eliminate the dining room as the location.
Yes. Okay, yes. Rune Factory 3 Special is indeed on Steam. Now is Rune... No, I'm not gonna say Rune Factory 4. That takes way too long to actually do everything. Now is Rune Factory 5 on Steam. Yes. So I'm gonna say Rune Factory 3 Special or Rune Factory 5. Take your pick. 3 is way easier.
Let's see.
So it's your pick. Do you want the easier ride or the game that's full of fucking hot people?
Let's see. Huh.
I didn't hear that.
Did you hear that, Sky? Okay, so Professor Plum would have to have disproved that it happened in the kitchen. Okay, that could only mean it was disproved that the wrench was involved. Well, of course, because... Let's see. So that would have to mean Dr. Orchid has the rope.
Oh, tomorrow's gonna be warmer than today. Well, that's fine.
Okay, in the lounge, let's see what Miss Peacock does. Suggesting it was Miss Scarlet with the wrench in the lounge. I could disprove that it was Miss Scarlet. Let's see. So I can disprove that it was Mr. Green. You all right there?
And bump my knee.
Okay, so... I'll have to start making my way over to the lounge. If I can get somebody to disprove or prove that it happened in the lounge, then it would just be a matter of finding the suspect. Okay. I can disprove that it was Mr. Green. Okay, Mr. Green with the rope in the kitchen. Okay. Oh! Mr. Green is making the accusation. Did he get it? Motherfucker, Sky.
Sky was right! But yeah, did Sky answer us?
Sky, what did you think of Forrest's suggestion? Sky said he didn't even hear you.
Rune Factory 3 Special or Rune Factory 5? Depends on if you want an easier ride with Rune Factory 3 Special, or if you want more hot people with Rune Factory 5. Trust me, every marriage candidate in Rune Factory 5 is hot.
I think I'll
Yes,
go.
even the old girl.
I think I'll go ahead with one more game and then call it a night. All right. Okay, so I can disprove that it was me or Dr. Orchid. And I'm going first. Okay. 11. Let's see. I think I can start by going to deduce the weapon. Or maybe the room. Let's see. Dr. Orchid can disprove the dagger was the weapon of choice. Okay. All right. Okay. Ten. I can disprove that it was Dr. Orchid. Let's see. All right. Make my way to the dining room. Scarlet Pipe Conservatory? That's what you're saying, Sky? Alright, let's see. I can disprove that it was Dr. Orchid. And I can
guess Sky didn't hear me again.
that's what Sky's calling. Alright,
Wait.
let's see. Dr. Orchid disproves the dagger, so let's see about the candlestick.
I'm just gonna DM my suggestion to Sky. He can't bloody hear me.
He said maybe.
Okay.
He said it's a maybe. Okay, so Professor Plum disproved that it was the candlestick. Alright, Miss Scarlet with a wrench in the lounge. Miss Scarlet was able to disprove something. Let's see. So, Miss Peacock would have to have either the rope or the conservatory. Okay. Professor Plum suggesting it was Miss Peacock in the hall with the rope. Okay. Let's see. I can go into the lounge. I will suggest Dr. Orchid with the revolver
Kaboom.
in the lounge. Yes, Rico. Kaboom. Okay, so it was not the revolver. Okay, so the only one Professor Plum would have been able to disprove is that it was Miss Peacock. So she's out. Well, I'm at least getting close to deducing what the weapon is. Mr. Green can disprove that it either took place in the lounge or that he was the suspect.
Hi there, Mr. Lance. You, my sweetest cat.
Okay, he's going from the lounge to the conservatory.
Oh, God. Ass is sore from sitting.
Okay, so Professor Plum can also disprove that it was Miss Scarlet who was the culprit. So that means the suspect could only be either Mr. Green or Professor Plum.
Back.
Okay, so... Nothing on denying the... Let's see. We are narrowing down the weapons. Okay, now Professor Plum is going to the conservatory. Okay, so Miss Scarlet either has Mr. Green or the or the wrench, actually. So,
The ranch.
okay, so if I go back to the dining room, let me see if I can discern whether or not the wrench is involved. Scarlet has the wrench. Okay.
Dad, stop being sleepy. Dad.
Okay, so it's...
Yeah, that's right. I'm just gonna sleep a lot.
Okay, so it's a 50-50 toss-up on whether or not it's the lead pipe or the rope. Everybody here seems to really be focusing on lead pipe and the rope. Let's see. Scarlet's been disproven to be the culprit, so... Okay, Sky, now you're just moving the goalposts, man.
Wait, what? What are the goalposts?
So, because I have the card for Orchid, he suggested Scarlet Pipe Conservatory. But since I have deduced that Scarlet was... since it was disproven that Scarlet could have been a culprit, he changed it to Mr. Green with the pipe in the conservatory.
Sky! You're changing your guess halfway through the game?
Alright, let's see. So... Miss Scarlet would have... Oh, wait, no. Mr. Green would have either his card or the card for the lounge. Actually, I think I remember... Yeah, so... I think I remember Scarlet showing a card in this instance, so that would mean she likely has Mr. Green, whereas Mr. Green would have the lounge. Okay, so I think we've narrowed it down so that Professor Plum... Detective bullshit no jutsu.
That ain't bullshit no jutsu! That's not how it works!
Okay, so I think we've deduced that Professor Plum is the culprit. It's just a matter of figuring out the weapon, which is a 50-50 shot between either the lead pipe or the rope, and finding out the room where the murder took place. Mr. Green is going to the conservatory. Okay, so the murder weapon was the rope. Because that's the only thing Mrs. Peacock would have had to disprove. Or, no, not the murder weapon was the rope. The lead pipe. Okay, so lead pipe, Professor Plum. So now it's just a matter of finding the room where the murder took place. Nobody's even touched the hall, or the kitchen, or the library. Professor Plum with the pipe in the conservatory. You're doing it again, Sky.
Sky, that's cheating. Don't be a cheater. Be a leopard instead. Or jaguar.
We've already insisted that Professor Plum is the equivalent to Waluigi, so yeah, of course we are telling the guy suggesting Waluigi not to be the cheater. I'm really not though. I'm not in okay. Let's head over to the kitchen. See if we can't get some info on that.
I just want to see John voice Mr. Plum for the entire game.
As Waluigi.
Mr. Plum said it was Mr. Plum.
Let's see. I am going to suggest.
For his bridal boutique.
Okay. With the lead pipe in the kitchen. Since nobody has the cart. Ah, Mr. Green disproves that it took place in the kitchen. Okay. Still need to figure out the room it took place in. If anybody else could discern the... Wait... Okay, I just need it to... Okay, so that would mean, yeah, the murder took place in the conservatory. Because everybody was going to the conservatory, so... I guess it was only a matter of time before the conservatory had all the boxes marked, and therefore it would be shown whether or not it actually took place in the conservatory. Alright. Don't let Miss Peacock or Professor Plum figure that out. I've also noticed next to nobody suggested me as a suspect.
Do you think it might be you?
No, because I have the car. No, because I have an alibi.
What's your alibi?
That I didn't do it.
That would have been the perfect moment for a flirt, and you ruined it.
Oh, no. Shoot. Professor Plum got it wrong! Professor Plum got it wrong! Oh, wait! No, I got it wrong! Ah, I didn't even notice that Mr... Ah, I am an idiot. It was Mr. Green with the pipe in the conservatory. That almost happened to me with the conservatory, but it did actually happen to me with the suspect. Wow, I had an idiot moment.
It's fine. You're my idiot.
Forever.
And ever. Especially once you finally get a ring on it.
Yeah. Well, should have listened. Yeah.
You guessed 3 times, Sky.
It didn't help that he was changing his guesses according to the information, so. Alright. I was right on the second time. Yeah. On the second time. Alright. Well, we're about at time, so I think I'll go ahead and call it here. We'll see who we can raid and what we can raid with. Well, Proton John is on with the Disc Only podcast.
It's Protonathan Jonathan.
Uh,
I sent the pics, love.
uh. Mean Mr. Mustard's masterful manly mustache.
No.
Let's see. I guess tomorrow, will be an evening stream. And I guess then we could start on DuckTales Remastered. Still, this was fun. Alright. Would like to play with friends, but, you know, don't know how many of you guys, actually can get the game, so. Alright. I will see you guys tomorrow. Hopefully we can start DuckTales Remastered. Let's go ahead. Oh, wait. When I get it, I'll be more than willing to play with you. Sweet! Okay. Let's go ahead and raid.